Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey. How's everyone doing today? Good afternoon. It's Sunday afternoon. You guys, hey, it's Dr. Eve. You guys know I like to come in and show y'all little things that I'll be doing around homestead, right? But I wanted to first chat with you all about my title, why I'm able to do my shift to ownership made doing what I like to do possible. And I just wanted to get into that today because I think people see my life and they wonder first, you do a lot of things, and at 61, you've lived a long time. Wisdom, you get to do a lot of things. But the one pivotal moment in my life was when I realized that I could think about my life. It caused me to make a shift, to be able to build a sustainable life of well-being for myself and my family. So before you all met me here, I was uh, a mother, wife. I had, degrees in education, criminal justice, substance abuse, human services. Before you all met me here, I had 30 years of um, workforce in corporate America, in healthcare, and in academia. And so before you all met me here, I was a nonprofiter. I did 25 plus years in the nonprofits. So one day I decided that enough was enough. I had reached a pivotal point in my life where I was challenged. I was literally challenged to make a decision. Like, do you continue on this path of um, accepting the acceptable norm, what seems to be the norm, or while you sit around and watch everyone in their mamas doing life the way they want to do it, and not settling for you know a paycheck. So I decided one day, and I began the process of starting my own. Because why? Because we can, right? I think the biggest thing about doing that, though, is really understanding your own strength, which is where many of us actually just simply go wrong, right? Simply go wrong because we don't know our own strengths. And the day I understood my strengths, the day I understood that there were some things that I would wake up to do whether someone paid me or not, was the day I realized that I needed to transition my life into owning my life and building a signature brand. When I began that process, it allowed me to come home and do things like garden for therapy, right? Like last night, I made some hibiscus lit elixir. What's this gonna be? A cough syrup full of vitamin C. What did I do last night out of my harvest? I made some lemon elixir, some to use later, right? My own apothecary. When you realize what strengths are, it will enable you to own your who you are. You are a brand. Many of us don't realize that you are a brand. So everything you say and do here on this internet is your brand. It can never ever be erased, which is why I'm always saying to you, be careful what you say out here and the way you comment, because it's always going to, you can't never delete it. It's like a digital footprint. I got this back in the 1990s when they laid the fiber optic network. I began to talk to children, their parents, because why? I knew that nothing would ever be erased. I was in the tech space. I knew about it in the tech space in academia, the tech space in medicine, the tech space in corporate America. I was doing the thing. So what else did I make a few weeks ago? I made the lemon lime elixir. So this is all medicine. So I say all this to say that today I'm just going to be in here having a conversation with you all how I prepare this hibiscus for dehydration. because I want to talk to those of you who are actually, realizing their dreams, really trying to walk out, really trying to walk out building their own personal brand. You don't have to wait to do that. It's a process that has already begun. But if you continue to establish what that looks like for you, then there's some steps you have to take. So today, you guys, Dr. Eve has already picked like some hibiscus. So last night y'all see me pick the hibiscus. I'll come to you all and have conversations behind the scene on some of the things they're doing so that I can educate you all on some things that you need to be doing to solidify your future. I'll come move this camera back so you can see what I'm doing. I am preparing some hibiscus. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see if I can get this right. I'm talking about building a signature brand, really. That's what I'm talking about. And how you don't have to settle because there is a way, make it right, a way that's better for us. I am literally trying to. Are you going to make tea? I will eventually, but I'm showing everybody the process of, yes, I'm going to make tea out of this eventually. But what I've already done is I've made my medicine. I've made some elixir. So this is literally vegetable glycerin and my raw hibiscus leaves that I picked and like these, and I put in a jar and I cover it with a vegetable glycerin so that I can medicine. So this is full of vitamin C. Baby, you can't even get an orange that can match the vitamin C in your roselle. So that is just a little plug. So you must, this is going to be the tea that I'm dehydrating right now. So I'm preparing it to go in the dehydrator. I just took the lemon balm out that I harvested yesterday. And I'm actually putting this on wax parchment paper this time because the last batch that I did, the smaller parts kind of fell through. Kind of fell through on the onto the floor or stuck, really stuck to the grid. So I don't want them sticking to it. So I'm going to I'm breaking them up so they can dry. So I use these things because I know that people are interested in it, even though I am an educator, a business owner who helps other women, others to. Does sun dry work as well? Yes, it absolutely does. Natural drying works as well, but I like to go ahead and get some of the drying done because of a lot going on here. Hey, Denise, tell me where y'all coming in from, so I'll know who is represented on this call today. So yeah, I keep it going. I keep it going so that I can, because there's a lot to harvest. I have literally 10 foot bushes of roselle. So my homestead produced a lot of hibiscus this year. So next year I plan on having an entire farm of it because it really likes it here. And the thing is, when you are homesteading, whatever grows on your land, keep growing because it likes where it's living, right? And I've done a lot to prepare my soil. It loves water. It drinks, and it loves water. So I put it in an area where it can get a lot of water because the water goes. I'm on a little bit of an incline, my yard. So I made sure I put it in an area where it could grow. So I use, growing food is number one necessary, right? But I wouldn't have time to do it if I had not, decided and made a decision that I was not going to continue to work on a job that did not appreciate me. This is not everybody's job, though. Some people do appreciate who you are, right? A random guy. Hey there, may I know what you're doing? I am putting my hibiscus that I harvested yesterday onto you grew up in London, onto preparing them to dry. preparing them for the dehydrator. I dehydrate my food, preserve my food, all the things that will help me to live a sustainable life. So that's what it's about over here on this channel, teaching and mentoring others on how to develop the pathway for sustainable living, ways that we can be in good health, ways that we can maximize our ability to be well. And not, I mean, well physically, I mean, well mentally, financially, in all the ways. Hey, Invisivibes, good to see you. Good morning to you. Good day. Barbara from Vienna. I grew up in London, UK, but I'm now living in the northeast of India in a state called Nagaland. Thank you for sharing that with me. Just subbed. What's that? Just subbed. Love that. Yes, so it's very important that you understand your strengths. When you understand your strengths, you can design a business that's your name. I have been trying to figure out for the life of me why people do not see the value of developing their own signature brand. So that's one sheet, y'all. That one I get to do 5. Good to see you too. It's night here. Where are you, Invisible? Where are you? So I have 5 trays. I probably spread some of these out. And for those of you who would like to know more about, great, good. For those of you who would like to know more about the tools that I use to dehydrate, I will leave the links in the description box. I am affiliated, so I will get a little commission. But here, I mean, that's the price of us coming here teaching. That's another thing you can do. Like, you want to begin to develop who you are, develop some streams of income. For those of you who don't know, that is my motto. You need to look at my website because I talk about it all the time. There's literally scripture that says that you should develop streams of income. Good morning. Have a nice day. I'm from India. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing all the way from India for Invisivibes. Thank you for coming into the space. Do I like Asians? Of course. So how about that? It doesn't matter. Your culture does not matter. I love human beings because we are all humans, right? And at the end of the day, baby, all of our blood runs red. So I hope that helps. Yes, so that was one of the reasons why I started my own signature brand so that I could develop and use my skills to wherever on it. My first business venture was in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, my very first business deal. Where are you from? I am from the USA. I'm in Zone 8, North Carolina, where I have a homestead now, where I grow food and raise livestock. Yeah, but I can do that because I have developed my own brand, building a brand does not have to be hard. Like I said, your brand is who you are, your skill sets, your strengths, the things that God has allowed you to become. All your brand, that's your brand. Your story behind what you do it is a part of your brand, right? So y'all, the benefit of doing this, sharing with you this food is because I want you all to also begin to make your own medicine. Y'all, we really need to be very vigilant about our health. We need to be very vigilant about our health. I know I'm going to have to sort some of these. So I have 5 trays. So let me try not to cram everything on this tray. Is that chili? No, this is Roselle. This is called Roselle. Have you ever heard of it? Roselle is a Jamaican plant, known to that culture. And people make tea out of it, which I do as well. It's fully loaded with vitamin C. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me put back up here. It's fully loaded with vitamin C. Uh-oh, let me get this camera right. Yeah, so hopefully it won't fall down anymore. So it's fully loaded with vitamin C, which, you know, a huge thing that we need to be. So that's tray number two. So I have my machine has 5 trays, and it takes about 8 hours to dry a tray. The tray simply has, these little racks, and it comes with nice instructions. I use this parchment paper, and I place these. You wanna space them out, but I'm gonna see how much I can actually get on here. Yeah. So the point of my conversation today is I want y'all to really be thinking about your story. You can maximize your ability to innovate. We talking about innovating, right? Thank you so much. Um, Innovating is process of using what you have to maximize your life, right? And that is getting more out of life, right? Utilizing your skills. I started a program called Using My Skills called Innovative Approaches to Manifest Your Wealth and Excellence. And what that program simply does is it helps you to build a signature brand. It helps you to come out of the wiles of everyday hustle and bustle of life, where people think that all they do is go to work, wake up, go to work, wake up and go to work. That's such a humdrum life, right? But many of us have lived that's what we lived. I lived it for 30 years. I decided that I wanted more for myself because the world did more for me, right? There were things that I went through in the workforce that were unfair, unfair practices. And I don't blame them, I blame me. I literally blame me because what can I expect from humans? I blame me for not taking advantage of it sooner. But there were some things that I needed to do, right? I needed to understand why the world was the way that it is. I needed to understand my strengths and how I could help other people. I needed to understand how to use the gifts, identify my gifts and talents. I needed to do a lot of work. I needed to do some healing, right? We have experienced so much harm in the world, right? And when you have experienced that harm, then you have your well-being is off. You can have health concerns, We know that every day we're one thing away from an incident if we're not careful, if we're not honing in on our strategies, our prayer life for making sure that we know what God said about us and that we don't have to believe any of what man says because man is they working on their own issue. Everybody got to work out their own salvation with fear and trembling, right? And so I understand now that there were some years that I pointed the blame game. Like I blamed them when I should have blamed myself for falling victim to the world's system, falling victim to the world's issue, falling victim to the employer business, falling victim to not understanding who my power, letting everybody else rule me versus me ruling me, right? And that's what happens in life. We have got to get away from blaming everyone else so that we can be happy. Because that none of what the world says about us is what God said about us. When we understand what God said about us, oh baby, we gonna live for real. That's what I am doing. I am living. I'm retired. I'm excited about life. I get to do it the way I want to do it. I get to wake up when I feel like it. I get to do business when I feel like it. I get to do what I want. And so many will say, well, that's not my story. Well, it wasn't always my story either. And so what I had to do was figure out how it was going to be my story and not let the world keep controlling me. So I'm moving some of this stuff over here because and breaking it up because what is going to happen is it's going to get dry and it's going to just be a bunch of dry leaves and it's going to be a great. I'm going to package it up and put it away into jars. I have lots and lots of I have a full apothecary. So owning my life also allows me to garden. It allows me, like, I've started a whole new business, nursery. Like that. Come on, can you say live? Can you say start living? Can you just say start living? Right? That's what we got to do. We have to learn how to live, right? We have to you can utilize all sorts of streams of income. You could buy real estate, you can invest, you can develop passive income. When you develop your signature brand and you begin to find the things that build out your opportunities, build out with the things that you've learned, you can go back and you can rescue someone else, right? But people are always going to say, well, how did you do it? If you don't have anything to stand on and you haven't started yet, you don't understand how to get beyond your story. You don't have to understand how to get beyond how you've been, or you have been a subject to what the world says about you. It starts right there. That's how you prepare for your season of elevation. That is something that we do every day. Every day is a daily. Is we got to do the work. We have to do the work on us first, right? Because we're so used to blaming everybody else for what we've been through, right? That is not the move. We are getting away from blaming everybody else, right? Because ain't nobody coming to save us. No one's coming to save you, okay? No one. No one is coming. We have to rescue ourselves and depend on the Father who gave us everything. He gave us all power. He gave us the ability to trample on serpents. He gave us so many things, what the word says about what we are able to do. When we understand our power, ain't nothing the world can do us, because we got the victory already. So I need us to understand that we are more powerful than we know. So what you see here, for those of you who are coming on now, I am laying down some hibiscus, because I'm getting ready to put these in the dehydrator, y'all. And I'm gonna have me some more hot dehydrated. I've got so much. I've got a beautiful apothecary, and this is good therapy. I get up every single day on the homestead to do this, right? Because I also sell services. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. That's that it look like. That's what building your own signature brand looks like. It looks like standing in your strength. It looks like you conquering the world. It looks like you telling your story. Uber picking people up wherever you can pick them up. Today I picked y'all up in what I did before you knew me, right? So if you go back to the next video, you're gonna hear me say, before you knew me, I was doing this, and this, right? So I Uber picked some folks up. Uber was a dynamic thing, and it's a dynamic method, and it can be used in so many in our field. It can be used in so many ways. When you think about the methodology, is being able to pick people up and drop, right? So, um, yeah, so I am loving it. I am now, I've retired from the workforce, right? If you ready to type, if you ready to retire from the workforce, I need you to connect with me, because there is some work you have to do before you retire, because you don't want to retire without having enough, because there is more than enough for you on the other side of retirement. Okay. So if you are out there and you have ever felt like you wondered that there is life than this, there is more to life. There is more to life than this, but you have to do the work, right? Sometimes you have to get past why wouldn't you do it? Sometimes people have so many fears. Like I used to have fears. No one's going to want to buy it. No one's going to like what I said. The person who went through what I went through is going to love what I said. So eventually, as you begin relationships with people online, you will reach your ultimate audience, right? Because you're going to, as you are telling your stories and building relationships by whatever means necessary through the things that you love to do, then you are going to build the right relationships with the right people. And so the one thing you want to do is, if you know that you have a gift, and you standing in your strength, and you understand your ability, you are confident, and you want to share with the people, just what you're doing right now, and then have a strong skill set in an area, then you want to make sure that you are beginning to do the work on aligning your signature brand, and we teach you how to do that. And we utilize the things that you love to do to build the relationships. I love to garden. So even the I love to garden, I'll come in here and talk to you about gardening, but baby, not all I do. I am a mentor to others. So I'm 61 years old. I'm a mom, a wife, a mother, a sister, a friend, leader, community organizer, a plan, program designer, all the things, right? And I utilize those things. Those are the things I can help you with. I help people to build signature brands the way I did it. The way I did it. And why is that important? Because there's nothing more beautiful. And this is not prideful. I think that this is realizing the beauty of God's promise. When you can look back on your work and you can look back on the things that you've done and you're like, wow, yes, God, thank you. You helped me do that. You helped me do that, because we don't take the credit from the Father, because He is the mighty dad. He is our dad who allowed these things to happen, and He wanted us to get to this. But many of us, we don't give Him credit for the things that He's done. And so, but I already knew that, because He's my dad, and I also know that when I let Him have my will, He was going to walk me through the process. He was going to show me how to do the thing, right? Because why? He can, because he has a will for your life. He has a place that He prepared for you, right? In Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the thoughts that I have towards you, and that's to prosper you and bring you to an expected end. The case, then it's your success is already predetermined. But if you're not building on and accepting the will of the Father for your life, then how can you walk in that thing, right? So you also have to make sure, I am a faith-based, so you have to make sure that you are walking and have accepted the will of your Father for your life, right? So that's number one, right? Number one. And then, building out, showing people what you're doing, build relationships behind the scene on the things that you are doing as a human. As you begin to talk to folks, you're going to build an alliance with them, and they're going to learn about you. They're going to like the things. Those who can connect with you are going to connecting with you. Oh, I really like to do that, and you begin to build some partnership. So this is tray number 3. And now on to tray number 4. I have another half a bag to put together. So I got 2 more trays to do before I put these into the dehydrator. And for those of you who are interested, again, I am going to place the link to the dehydrate, some jars, that you can buy online. Baby, we better prepare. Y'all better prepare. Y'all better make sure y'all out here pairing to make sure you have what you need, because inflation is really, right? And then I use this vegetable glycerin to make my medicine, right? I put on after I grow the food, I'll show you how to grow the food. If you see this channel long enough, I'm gonna show you how to grow the food. I'm gonna show you how I'm growing it, I'm processing it, how I'm making medicine from it, all of those things. How I'm not to nobody's store to buy any medicine, because I have what I need, right? I don't have to go to a whole doctor's, because I am well, and I claim that. And I take I grow the food that I need, so that I don't have to deal with this world and all the pangs that come along with it, right? And so I'm staying safe. The thing is, we want to stay safe. If you are on this channel and you stop by, please tell me where you're coming in from. I like to know who I'm speaking to and where and who stopped by, right? For those of you who are the first time, I am Dr. Eve. I am also an independent business owner who is a community health and human service educator. I help people to build and design a life of sustainable well-being, as well as to build out their signature brand so they can do what they want to do, right? So using some innovative practices, research. What does the research say about your marketing and the thing that you're wanting to do? Can you connect with your audience? How to build out a signature brand? All the things. And because I'm Dr. Eve, who's an investor. I'm Dr. Eve, who is an educator. I'm Dr. Eve, who is a program designer. I'm Dr. Eve, who is an author. I'm Dr. Eve, who is a speaker. I'm Dr. Eve, who's a researcher. You see what I'm saying? How do you build out this thing? How do you do those things? Those are things that God allowed to be. So that's not bragging. That's what God allowed. That's what his purpose was. That's what he meant when he said, I know the thoughts that I have towards you, and it's to prosper you and bring you to an end. That is what God's word says. That's what it meant when he said, um, I know the thoughts. I know the thoughts that I have towards you, and it's to prosper you and bring you to an expected end. But we have to yield to his will, right? And many of us, I did too, what trying to do it on my own. And I'm like, well, this is too hard. And then he would bring a problem and I would have to solve it. So he taught me how to solve problems through life. How many of y'all walking out there with problems and God trying to teach you something, keep going against it? When he's trying to teach you, he's trying to direct you. Problems happen because we make decisions. It's not because of anything that God did. We made a decision. We made a decision. Things went wrong. Now we got to struggle with the consequences. Now how are we going to get over it? Because he want to get you back on track. So he wants you to solve the problem. How are you going to solve the problem? Are you going to fall victim to yourself? Are you going to just say, woe is me? Or are you going to say, Father, take me by the hand, show me how to do this, right? Because part problem is that we're trying to do it by ourselves, right? So that's what be happening, y'all. I had 2 bags. I'm almost done. I have one more tray. So then what I'm gonna do after I finish breaking this up, um I'm gonna move some around so that I can have even distribution on these trays, and then put them into the dehydrator and let them dehydrate. I got some things I want to do outside today. I want to get all my zinnia heads dried because I pulled up all my zinnias. I had some full zinnias this year, and next year I'm going to sell zinnias. So I already have a plan. Last night I harvest these hibiscus, but I also did some I propagated some pills. That's right. Well, you can make some pills. You can make some pills out of this stuff too. Because, baby, you ground this up into powder, you're going to have some pills that's good for you, right? I don't know what kind of pills um, you talking about, but the kind I'm talking about heal your body, okay? And it'll heal your desire for any like stupid drugs, because stupid drugs kill people. So we want people to be well over here, right? We don't want people to die. We don't want people dying from masking symptoms that using drugs caused, right? We don't want people doing that kind of thing. So what we teach over here is how you utilize food as medicine, right? How you use food. So listen, here's how you can make a pill form out of this. So let me be clear. You can make a pill form of hibiscus to have your vitamin C tablet go in your mouth every day, right? Without making a tincture out. You can make a tincture, you can make a tea, you can make a pill. You can make more of them. And I have 10-foot trees outside of this. So what you do to make a pill form, now that you mentioned that, I know that you did not mean well, but everything done for bad can be meant for good. And I know that to be true. So I'm gonna show you how that's done. So if somebody does this to you, just show them how it's supposed to really be done. Okay. So now I can take this, once I dry this, I can put this in powder form, right? And I can put it in a capsule. So that's the kind of pills we talking about over here, right? So understand what's possible, y'all. Understand that you really got something going on when you can grow some food. Okay. Now people will probably say, well, Dr. Eve, I don't have the room to grow no food. I don't have time. Baby, we don't have nothing but time. We don't have, or I don't have I don't, listen, let me say this. Either you want all of your money burning up in smoke because the dollar is decreasing in value. Why? Because food is going up. I mean, if the food is going up and more for it and you're getting less for your dollar. The other day, I went in the supermarket. Hello. The other day, I went in the supermarket and I bought some fruit. The same fruit that I was paying for, I was getting 4 pounds of it for $9. I went in the supermarket today and I paid attention, because I pay attention when I go in the market so I can see what's happening. That same bag of fruit was $9, but it was 3 pounds. You see how they doing? Everywhere people are doing that. And so we got to be smarter than this. We got to see it. We got to see it for what it's worth. But what happens is when you grow your own food, grow in your own supermarket, you don't have to worry about it. So we need to get just be growing our own supermarket. What better solution? What better solutions? I have one more tray left, and we are going to process these. I'm doing fine, Preet. Good to see you. I am doing fine. Where are you coming in from? Are you also from India? Where are you chiming in from? One more tray that we're going to do, and we're going to spread these out because I have a lot. My trays have a lot of hibiscus on them. So you want to get to these. You don't want to let them. Calluses will only last about a week in the refrigerator. So I made some jam out of one. Y'all, the jam is so good. The preserves is so good. I've learned how to can. I've made, owning my own signature. The benefit of that is I get to decide. I get to decide when I want to work. I get to decide how much I want to make. I get to decide, you know, what that looks like. I get to decide what I want to do that day because as a signature, one thing for sure, it ain't not going to end until I die. And if you're not watching, billionaires don't they go by their name. They have other businesses, but you're going to know them by their name. I don't understand why people don't start with a signature first. Because that's how you develop your social proof. That's how you develop your social proof. Why should people buy from you? Why should they trust you? Why you develop your know, like, and trust? I don't understand. I just don't understand why people don't start with a signature. It's for the life of me. I've never understood that. Why would you walk around here with other people's brands on? Why? What is my hobbies? Gardening. Love it. I love to read. I love to sew. I love to make things. I love to make jewelry. I like to hang out in my backyard. I like to feed my chickens. I like to hang out with my babies. Those are the things that I love. And I want to do it every day. I want it every day. So I developed my signature. I love to travel. I travel all six of seven continents. The only one I haven't been to is Antarctica. Learning too. Yes, I love all of that. This is what I wake up every day. I wake up and say, okay, what I got to do, what I got to freeze today, what I got to freeze dry, I got to preserve, because I got to preserve some potatoes, I'm trying to prepare for get some soup mixes dried up. I want to get some frozen vegetables and get those that's on sale. So I look for things that are on sale, and then I will also take those and go freeze dry, like freeze dry. And yeah, I can freeze dry them, or I can do both. You can freeze dry them, or you can also you can dehydrate them. The free dryer shelf life is 20 to 25 years. So I love that method better. So I have a freeze dryer. I'll show y'all how I freeze dry one day so that you all can know that's a method as well. The machine is kind of pricey, but it's been worth it. Like, I have put away so many pounds of food. What's my favorite vacation place? I don't know that I have a favorite. One of the places that I'm honing on right now is Ghana because that was my most recent trip. Um, I know I'm not making poison. Most of what you buy is poison. I grow my food, so I don't poison. This is hibiscus. This is roselle. This is something that I grew in my yard, and I'm making some spreading this out a little bit so that I can have equal distribution on some of these trays, have more than they need. What am I a doctor of? Health and Human Services. Social and the focus on social and community services. I am a researcher. I am a PhD in the area of health human service. I love research, and that's one of the things I'm doing in Ghana right now. So I'm in the US, but I look to do some more phenomenological studies, ethnography. I'm making tea. Yep. I am making some tea leaves, and I don't know. I might try that powder form, y'all, because that's the only thing I haven't done yet is put these in vitamin form. Imagine that if you can have a some of these in vitamin form, so that when you travel, you still getting your fix, you still getting your vitamins, getting at the house, right? Um, because even to make it through customs, I took some to Ghana. I took some when I went to Ghana. I, no, I'm married. I am married. I do not live alone. As a matter of fact, I am 33 years this year. A wonderful man, my keeper. I mean, God is my keeper, but that man loves his wife, and I love him right back. Absolutely not. I am not a cheater or fornicator. God don't like those things. That is sin. You die. Sin, the wages of sin is death. Baby, I'm not trying to die. I'm not trying to die early anyway, till he ready to come. And that's part of the problem with the world, is the world is so sinful, and people wonder why their situation is so bad, because sinful nature, you know. I think it's a horrible thing to sin, to do that. But many people have, but God will honor. He will forgive you if you are serious. You know, he will forgive you and turn your life around. And for many, better run to God, because this is not the time to be playing with him, because he not playing with America. He not playing with y'all out here. If y'all can't see it for yourself, how this world is going to hell in a handbasket, I don't know what to tell you. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Invisivibes. 33 years this year. I'll break this down a little bit more. Yep, he is a wonderful guy. We have 4 children, adult children, and we have 7 grandchildren. May the dealings of the Lord be upon you, Joshua, for coming on my live saying those things. May the dealings of the Lord be upon you for disrupting. Oh, I'm not gonna tell you my birthday, because people be doing astrology, people be doing some witch stuff up here. So I'm not gonna be giving out that kind of information. Okay. People, it be witches and warlocks on your live. You know, they be doing some of the craziest stuff. I'm not saying that's what you do in Miss Vibe, but that's what a lot of people. It be some folks up here doing some witchery. Mm-hmm. And I ain't having it in my life. I rebuke and denounce every covenant that anybody tries up here. I'm here to do work. I'm here to do the work of the Lord, and that's what my brain's all about. Getting people back to Christ, getting people to God. And as a believer, I get to do that. I get to just open marketing. You just want it to be nice. And with you on your birthday, it's probably going to come up. So what you can do in Visivibes, if you want to know my birthday and be kind, you can follow me on Facebook. It's going to tell you. It's going to tell you when my birthday come up. And then you can say happy birthday. Okay? Or I'll probably be celebrating my birthday with y'all right here, because I like to share good times. I like to have fun. I like to build nice relationships with the people online that got. You're not on Facebook? Oh, well, I'm going to tell you about that. I don't know what to tell you about that, because I'm not going to publicly say it here. But no, it's in January. It's coming up. It's coming up. Yep. It's coming up. It's coming up. So this next that looks good. 65? No, not yet. Not yet. Almost though. I love celebrating birthday, but it comes once in 4 years. Oh, you a leap baby? Are you leap year? I have some leap year friends. You mean the celebration, the anniversary comes in Vista Vibes, yeah. So check it out, right? That's just your birth, right? Your birthday falls on the day you were born. Now, the anniversary of your birthday comes every maybe may come every 4 years. But it doesn't stop you from being able to celebrate whenever you want, right? Like I tell people all the time, especially if your birthday falls around the holiday, because people tend to forget, get amnesia when your birthday come around the holiday. They be trying to combine your birthday with holiday. I used to hate that. I used to hate my birthday coming after Christmas because I just didn't deserve to be treated that way. I didn't deserve. I did not deserve people mixing my birthday up with the holiday. I didn't think it was fair. And I wanted them to stop it, but they didn't stop it. So what you could do, you can go ahead and change the day of your birthday if you anniversary. You can change it to another day. You could do whatever you want. My mama's birthday was on the 31st of August. She celebrated on the 30th of August. So celebrate when you want to celebrate. You get to have full control over that. I don't know why we let the world, because it's the world, we get to choose. We get to choose. You are. You get to choose what day you can celebrate for the entire month if you want to. I might celebrate all year. Why? Because guess what? Let me be clear about something. All we have is today. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. So when you're up every day, you could say, happy day. I have a friend who every day when he gets up, he says, Merry Christmas. Yeah. You know why? Because that's Christ's birthday. He chooses every day to honor Christ. Merry Christmas. No limitations. The world poses limitations, and we find that we don't need no limitations. You could say, today my birthday, happy birthday. I'm alive. I'm alive another day. Happy birthday. Have fun in life, people. You know, there's a tomorrow if God sees fit. And that's what I always say, Lord's willing. Lord's willing, I'll see you tomorrow. But it ain't guaranteed, you know. Oh, you're welcome. Lord's willing. Lord's willing, I'll be here tomorrow. Right? For those of you who have not subscribed, please subscribe to my page. Right, I want to see you celebrating Invisible Vibes. So next time when you come on my live, I want you to say happy birthday. Okay? Because you got a birthday every day. Nobody gonna cheat you out your birthday because you were born in a leap year. Nobody gonna cheat you out of your birthday. Okay? I love that for you. I love you can get up and think about your birthday that way. I love that everybody on this live can get up and think about your birthday in a different way. You can think about your birthday, that every day is your birthday, okay? Every day you can get excited about your birthday, right? Isn't that something? Wouldn't that be a wonderful way to have hope, to keep hope alive, right? Let's do that, y'all. So when I get on my live, I'm going to say happy birthday to everybody who woke up today. I'm going to pray, and then I'm going to say happy birthday to everybody who woke up. Yes, perfectly imperfect. Every day. That blessed. I don't know you, but I appreciate your energy. Oh, you so welcome, blessed. So happy birthday. All right. Happy birthday. Go do something special for yourself. Don't spend a lot of money. Maybe it's just go take a nice walk. Love yourself. Take a shower. Sit with your legs, read a book. What you want to do today? Do that. As long as it's within the will of God, y'all. Because listen, y'all don't want to be out here on the wrong side of God these days. Guess what? He handing out judgment. He handing out judgment, baby. Happy birthday to you too. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. There you go. All right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you all. Okay, y'all. I have been on here long enough. I just wanted y'all to know that you are loved, that you can maximize your life. And if you don't know how, y'all put the description in the box. I also did some dehydrating. I'm gonna put my link to my dehydrator that I have in there. I want to show y'all that this actually makes an elixir. So what see here, all of this hibiscus leaves I'm about to put in this dehydrator. You can either put in here raw and use you some vegetable glycerin. This is the vegetable glycerin. I'll show that to you. Ooh, it's heavy. And I will put the link. This is the vegetable glycerin that I use. And I will put the link to this and to the dehydrator in the description of this video. I am affiliated, so if you want to know that if I buy it, I'll probably get a 20-cent commission. That's what we do. We can be content creators too, you know? So I want y'all to be encouraged that you should be building relationships, but you need to be doing that centering it around how to build content centered around who you are becoming, because every day when we wake up, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, and then we get to sharing who we are, because if you woke up, you got things to do. You got 1,440 minutes to fulfill God's purpose, make, manage, and multiply. Okay, that's what we doing. This is what I made. I made the elixir that's full of vitamins. It's gonna sit in a dark place every day. You see that rich color? It's like a cranberry. This some powerful stuff. This like cough syrup. Vitamin C. Okay, you know how hard it is body to absorb vitamin C. You know, you can drink a couple cups of tea, or you can take um a little dropper, get your vitamin C that way so you don't take too much. Um, and you can make your own. So we DIYing over here, okay? We DIYing. I want y'all to know we DIYing. I will also put the link to the hibiscus, the dried hibiscus, because you can buy it. You can hibiscus if you don't have it, and go ahead and start making it for yourself. I choose to grow my own because I just like growing food, okay? Because I don't want to keep buying stuff from people. Like I tell everybody, if I can't make no money off of it, then I'm not supposed to buy it. Okay. So because that's the business that's the business that the billionaires are in. They want you to buy. They got 50 businesses. They got 50 businesses attached to their name. You would not believe how many people. Nabisco is a company. It's a company name. Everybody out here, Benz, uh, what's the car names? Ford. Who else y'all like? Toyota. Or they children's names. And y'all around here not doing something. Y'all not building nothing for your family. I don't understand that. I don't understand why we not building things like that for us, for our families. We got to start somewhere. You know, you might say, we don't have that kind of money. Baby, before you make money, you have to build your social proof. Jehovah is a warrior. This is a deity over whom apostate Hebrew women in Jerusalem were seen weeping in the 6th year of the prophet. Okay, you coming in here with some stuff. Everyone who calls on Jehovah will be saved. Better believe it if you call and ask for forgiveness. Don't wait a minute. Hold on a minute, y'all. Not just Jehovah, but I need y'all to understand something. The rule book says you have to first of all know that he's your father. You have to, 2, know that he's a king. 3, the king's and the Lord of Lords. 4, you have to have his will for your life. Don't be accepting on the name. You got some work to do before you do that, okay? So let me go further. You have to ask for, you have to be eating his daily bread. Why? Because if you don't, you can derail very, very quickly, okay? Numbers 5, you have to ask for his will. Did I say you have to ask for his will for your life and not your own? You better. You better ask for his. I'm going to combat people coming in here throwing in these quotes and not really telling people what they have to do. You have to do some work. You have to forgive everybody, because guess what? You can't not give forgiveness, because he said forgive as you forgive others, right? So if y'all gonna come and tell the people the truth, right? Because we don't want y'all to be coming in here dropping stuff and the people don't know the truth. Everybody slinging Jesus and slinging over ain't going to heaven. They can be saved, but you got some other things you need to do, right? I'm not stuck. Who told you I was stuck? Who said I was stuck? I'm doing what I love to do. You got the wrong channel. I'm 61 and I'm living my best life. I don't get up and go work. And I do this because I know what's in the food. If you were smart, you would understand that how important this was. So don't come over here with that, because I have a clap back. Okay? So, and also, forgive so you can be forgiven. What's the next requirement? Forgive your debtors so you can be forgive your debts can be forgiven. And guess what? Why? But he is the king. He's the power and the glory forever. So I suggest you open up that prayer, whoever said that, Our Father's prayer, and it's going to give you everything you need, okay? Because you got some work to do. We got some work to do daily, daily work. And you can't be lying. You can't be cheating. And you can't be on the wrong side of God. You understand the rules over there, because all it takes is one incident to get caught off, because he said when he come back, he coming back for a thief. He going to be like a thief in the night. So don't get caught off guard. Don't get caught off guard. Don't have me going down there coming here dropping stuff in my comments like that, because you better y'all better understand that we got lying prophets, lying preachers, lying ministers, lying people. Um, y'all better word for yourself. You better know them for yourself, or people come in here and say things and you be believing them, right? We got work to do every day, all right? So I love y'all, because happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I love y'all with the love of Christ. This is Dave. And yes, I am a motivational transformation coach, teaching you to live out your life, live life fully, right? Live life fully, maximizing all the gifts and talents that God has bestowed upon you for your well-being, physically, mentally, spiritually, socially, and financially. Okay, go and have the most amazing day, and whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to becoming who God has called you to become. And until next time, this is Dr. Eve. Peace.